Saan mo nakuha tong go-getter attitude?
I grew up in a family na strong yung women. Kung kaya nila, kaya ko din.
Is there a lesson during the motherhood process?
Becoming a mom will challenge you a lot, especially your patience. I always still question myself, am I doing enough? Tama ba yung ginawa ko? You have to embrace the reality that you're having a kid. Dadating yung panahon that it will be very difficult. I may not be ready now, but I'm willing to learn.
Actually, I was sobrang invested na ako sa story mo. Na, okay, nagpasok ka na entrepreneur. Okay, before that, siguro isa sa mga questions ko rin is, yung sige, balikan ko na lang siya mamaya. Nawala din siya sa isip ko. Sige, proceed tayo dun sa story mo. Like,
Sige.
nagtuloy kayo with...
Hindi ko pa siya na-connect sa question mo kung paano,
Yeah,
ba't
go.
ganun ko... Hindi ko pa siya na-connect sa question mo on ba't ganun kami mag-usap ni Marcos. So, nasaan na ako? Nasa Bali pa ba ako?
Makabalik ka na. Nag-try
Nakabalik
na
na
kayo.
ako, okay.
Nag-try na
So,
kayo.
after almost a year...
Sige, before that pala. Ito
Okay.
pala question ko. Saan mo nakuha tong parang go-getter attitude?
Go-getter ba?
Oo, parang, alam mo yun, like, it's always like the highest risk. If I'm gonna look at it that way, like, what's the highest risk? And then, the scariest choice, like, let's go for it.
Wow. Thank you for pointing that out. I didn't realize until you mentioned that to me or you share that or observation sa kwento ko. Thank you. Kasi nakaka-empower din, no? Minsan nakakalimutan mo that you're able to do those choices. Looking back, I think it's from my upbringing din. I think I grew up sa family na yung mga babae are strong. I think my mom is an entrepreneur. And naalala ko lagi niyang sinasabi talaga, you have to get good grades, you have to be disciplined, you have to study hard. May certain standards lagi. And so, ako yung panganay, growing up, I felt na I have to be the example. But don't get me wrong, na-enjoy ko. I enjoyed memorizing, reading. Gusto ko nagte-test. Gusto kaya naalala ko, may fiesta. Uso pa ba yun?
Wala na.
Sa probinsya, uso kasi yun. May fiesta.
Fiesta.
Ako na, nagpapakain sa labas. Ako nasa kwarto because I have an exam. Minimemorize ko talaga. Lahat. Alam ko anong page nakasulat to. So, pag nag-exam ako, alam ko siya nasaan yung pinag-aralan ko. So, may ganun, I think. And nadala ko yon even studying. So, ito, very pivot moment na naalala ko. Pampanga ko, college, they delivered. Hindi delivered. Hinatid ako sa Manila. I studied in Manila. And sa Ateneo. Tapos, sabi ko, wow, okay, I was excelling in high school. Sabi ko, mag-excel din ako. And dito ko na-realize na, wow, ibang-iba dito sa Manila. Kasi, first day course, parang 1 week pa lang ako sa class ko, math. Parang babagsak ako. High school, pambato ako sa math, sa mga quiz B. Paano to nangyari? So talagang, yung ego mo, bugsh. Gusto mo nang humiga. Tapos na-realize ko, nakakahiya. Parang hindi ako mag-graduate dito. Parang uuwi ako ng Pampanga, hindi ko kaya. Tapos meron na realization na, kahiga ka. Wait, ang daming nag-graduate dito. Si Jose Rizal. Tapos ang daming nag-graduate, pwedeng wala silang honors, pero nag-graduate sila. Ano kayang difference? And sabi ko, kung kaya nila, kaya ko din. Parang naging shift siya na, wait, okay, ito yung gagawin natin. So, yun yung isang moment na naalala ko. Tapos, naalala ko nga na, basta laging sinasabi yun ng mom ko is, you have to work hard. You have to work hard. And I did. So, pumasa naman ako. Nag-graduate ako. May diploma naman ako.
Yeah.
So, I did with honors din. And I think dun ko nakuha yung pagiging, if you would frame it as a go-getter, then I think that's the term na if you want to achieve something, you have to believe in yourself and you work hard. Pero, there's also a time na you have to work hard but also wait for the luck to come in. Yung kwento kasi about content creation.
Yeah.
We were working hard because that's what we do. Pero again, there is a moment, a break na with hard work comes luck na magme-mesh siya together. Okay,
Yeah.
balik tayo sa
Okay,
Ito ko,
go.
tama ba?
Yeah, sige.
Now, ah, saan na ako?
Yung,
Bumalik na ako sa
bumalik ka na.
Pilipinas.
Nag-try na kayo ng kung ano-ano.
Oo. So, bumalik na ako sa
So,
Pilipinas.
si Papa Nix, siya
Yeah.
ba ay bumalik sa work or
Oo, no? At that time, we were still delving into online business. So, pinag-aaralan namin how to sell online kasi hindi pa siya sobrang sikat, pero may mga websites na. So, nag-isip kami, ano kaya pwedeng ibenta, anong product gawin. So, we tried doing our own tea bags or we were also reselling mga gadgets, ganyan. Hindi naman gadgets na mga phones, no? Different items. Tapos siya, slowly, bumalik siya sa family business. And we were very thankful na meron siyang mababalikan na family business. Tumulong siya doon. Yun, kaya sa Pampanga din kami, kasi taga Pampanga kami. Doon kami nag-start na mag-settle down and sabi na, uy, parang okay magka-family. Ako rin nag-ease in na ako into, okay naman ako to have a family. We tried. It wasn't easy, so nag-try kami for ilang months up until I got pregnant. And when I got pregnant, ayan na! Naalala ko, first trimester was very difficult kasi ang hirap niya for me, meron akong Monday blues. Every Monday, may schedule na, iiyak na ako. Alam na namin yan. Meron akong crying towel. As in, hahagulgul, iyak na ako kay Nicole of all my fears of becoming a mom, of having a kid. This, hindi ko masyado siya ni-share, pero it's something na, it's a reality. Na, syempre, very fearful ako. Kaya ko bang, I'm not that motherly, I feel. And pag may kids, hindi naman ako yung talagang lalaruin ko sila, halika, aalagaan ko kayo. So sabi ko, kaya ko ba
pag
emotionally?
nakakita ka ng mga dati yung
Dati,
mga
okay
kids,
lang.
parang cute pero hindi ka
Hindi ako yung makikipaglaro or aalagaan. Though wala rin naman akong kinalakihan na pamangkin pa, ako yung panganay eh. Pero hindi ako ganun ka forward. Sabi ko nga, when they ask, gusto mo magkaanak, okay lang, oo, okay lang hindi. So fearful ako, kaya ko bang palakihin yung baby ko and kaya ko bang magmahal din. Siyempre, ng baby ko. And at that time, hindi mo naman maaalis na, siyempre hindi mo pa siya nami-meet. Nandyan pa siya. Wala pa ring bond na na-form. Yun, so every Monday, alam ni Nico yan, tatawagin ko na siya pag pauwi na siya sa work, alam ko na uuwi na siya, lalabas na yung towel ko, iyak na talaga, iyak ng iyak ng iyak. Yun talaga. And kaya tinanong mo kasi kanina, saan mo nalaman lahat ng to about motherhood? Wala akong alam. Up until, I think it's also because of yung first 3 months ko was very difficult. All-day sickness ako, hindi lang morning sickness. On the 4th month, dun lang natanggal talaga yung pagkahilo ko. Talagang nahihilo talaga ako. Suka ako ng suka. So, umiiyak pa ako. Hormonal, I think that's the term, no? For me. Now, after nun, nag-start na kami. Siyempre, you have to embrace the reality that you're having a kid. So, we started enjoying. Nung medyo natanggal na yung pagiging emotional ko rin. And si Nico, I'm very thankful na nire-assure niya ako, kaya natin to, we can do this, we're in this together. Yan, yung partners. Ano nangyari? Yun, nag-start na kami preparing for our birth. Okay, sa pagpanganganak, we attended classes, paano mga anak, gusto ko may birth plan ako, diba, normal, etc.
birth plan.
Birth plan, yes!
Okay.
Nag-attend ako ng mga seminars. How to give birth naturally. Gusto ko yung water birth, mga ganon, yung walang anesthesia, hindi sa hospital.
Yeah.
Ano nangyari? May birth plan ako, pero may doctor pa rin ako. Sabi niya, sige, gawin natin to. Pandemic. Manganganak ako 2020. Due ako ng March. Yun yung lockdown. March 2020. Bawal lumabas. Lahat ng ospital puno ng COVID patients.
Oh my gosh.
Sinabihan ako ng doctor ko and chinek niya, sinabi niya, kailangan ko ma-cesarean. Cesarean? Hindi ako ready. May birth plan ako and normal birth ako. Anong ginawa ko? Sorry, doc. Hindi muna ako magpo-proceed with you. Nag-midwife ako. Pumunta akong midwife. Talagang nakamask, walang tao sa daan.
Is it a part of your plan na rin?
Wala.
Parang plan B ba yan?
Wala.
Okay.
Kasi hindi ko alam ano yung cesarean na yan. Hindi ako ready. Ready ako, normal. Okay. Pandemic, bawal pumunta, naka-ECQ, may mga pass pa nun. Ang hirap, ang hirap. So in the end, nag-midwife ako. Kilala naman namin, pero syempre it's something different din, no? Kami lang ni Nico, selling in, I went in a laying-in. It's not a hospital pa nga. And doon ako nag-labor, etc. 12 hours. 12 hours. Or more pa sa bahay. Ayaw. Ayaw talaga. Sinabihan ako, emergency, cesarean. My heart talagang, oh my, talaga. So, in the end, na-cesarean pa rin ako. Tama pa rin yung doktor ko. Emergency CS ako and sa isang hospital na very near the lay-in. Hindi ako ready, pero yun nga eh. Sa kano ka prepared mo, aanuhin ka talaga, hindi mo alam ano yung dadating sa'yo na challenge. Boom. Emergency CS. Di ko kilala yung doctor who operated me. I'm thankful that the pediatrician, we know, a family friend, but the doctor who operated me, the nurse, I don't know, first time ma-meet ko sa cesarean, nagmamadali pa sila. And they didn't even want to allow me to enter kasi a month before that, or a month and a half, galing kaming Japan. Eh, we weren't aware na basta galing ka sa ibang bansa, high risk ka. So, nakakatakot. Yun yung salang namin sa parenthood. Now, pagdating doon, I had no idea how it is to become a mom because anong pinlan namin? Ano sinabi ko? Birth. Not how to take care of a baby. Very different.
Iba pala yun.
Iba pala yun. Mali ang na-attendan ko seminar.
Mali kulang yung modules ko dito.
Oo.
May part 2 po ba to, Doc?
Wala. Okay, so anyway, we went home with very
So
thankful
it's
ako
like
sa...
a process pa rin talaga na parang, okay, ito lang muna inaral mo.
Ito
up
lang,
until
hanggang
birth.
dyan lang. Tsaka normal ako, recovery ko mabilis, mag-aaral ako ulit eh. Hindi, cesarean. Ay, ang haba ng kwento ko. But you know, motherhood kasi is an ongoing process. Even now, I'm learning a lot of things. Iba-iba per year, per stage of the development of our kids. Even noon, nagstay ako with my parents. Very thankful ako for them kasi ECQ, we cannot go sa palengke, grocery, doctors, di man ako makapagpa-check up, etc. So sila yung nag-take care sa amin up until 3 months or parang 1.5 months, we decided to go back on our place. Kami na lang dalawa ni Nico. And doon na nagsimula talaga na nagkalagnat ako and nagkasakit. Wala kaming help, kaming dalawa lang. Sabi namin, there's something wrong. We're not sleeping, we're not eating well. Marcos wants to be held all the time. So may shifting kami ng umaga and gabi. Buti na lang, quarantine, walang kailangan umalis for the office. So kaya namin. Umaga siya, pagdating ng gabi na magpapalit na kami, tas ako na naman. Tapos siya na naman. Tapos ganun. So, nagkasakit na ako and stuff. And sabi namin, pinanood na namin lahat ng vlogs, YouTube, lahat ng video. Binili na namin lahat kasi meron man online shopping noon. Up until we stumbled upon a book. Yun yung nag-game changer sa amin. So, it's a book. And sabi namin, ito pala. Kasi walang man, walang baby.
Yeah.
Unlike when you buy an item, this is how you use it. You take care of it. This is yung maintenance, no? Dalhin mo siya sa
kasa.
sa kasa. Bahala na sila. Walang book. So, yun yung naging manual namin somehow.
What was the book?
So, it's by Gary Ezzo on becoming baby wise. It's giving your kid the gift of sleep. But because yung sleep is crucial, it talks about the whole routine of a kid from newborn up until ilang years na pinapaintindi niya. And at the end of the day, sabi niya, very important is your relationship with your husband, sabi niya. Doon nang gagaling lahat. And paano makuha yan? Siyempre kung di na kami nagkikita ni Nico, shifting na kami. Our health was declining, no? So how do you fix this? So that book, talagang game changer.
Yeah.
So after that, whenever we encounter problems, we look for mentors through books. So we have books for that, for when they started eating solids. So 6 months pa lang, we never spoon-fed them. They eat on their own. But of course, we're learning from mentors, no? How to potty train, how they learn, yung mga sign languages, etc. So through mentors.
Yeah.
Nasagot ko na ba yung tanong mo?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. I'm so excited. Hopefully you could just share more of these things online. I'm sure there's so many first time or like incoming mothers who can really be benefited from the content that you're creating and all of this like learnings that you have. So thank you so much for sharing everything, like down to the detail. Like I think people really got a grasp on how you got into this motherhood and all these techniques that you have. So, thank you so much for sharing that. Um, Curious lang ako, is there a lesson na wala sa libro na natutunan mo um, during the motherhood process? Like, what's one lesson?
Nako, one, parang marami.
Okay, go.
Hindi, pero sige. You know what? It's very challenging, no, to become a mom. Nagre-reflect nga ako, sabi ko, naku, ano kayong challenge? Feeling ko say it's something I want to share. Hindi ko pa alam kung ma-articulate well ko, but I'll try. When Nicole and I, kwento muna, no, bago yung story. Pero nung boyfriend, girlfriend parang kami, there was one time na nakipag-break siya sa akin because he was telling me, I don't like the way you talk to me. Sabi niya, hindi ko gusto yung temper mo, paano mo ko kausapin, hindi ko gusto. Hindi mo ko dapat ganyan kinakausap. Tapos na-shock ako na parang, anong problema? So, meron kasi akong thing na, growing up, di ba sinabi ko, parang, I grew up in a family na strong yung women, and nakita ko parang normal naman na magalit. If you want something, you have to persevere na tataas mo yung boses mo, magalit ka, etc. And that's, for me, it's something normal. For Nicole, he didn't want me talking to him like that kasi mas iba naman yung approach niya. So anyway, eventually we got back together and we started working on that. That's when I started, marami meditation, journaling, etc. And reflecting, mga self-help books, discipline. So, okay na, yan. Pinaksalan naman niya ako, nagpaksal kami. Hindi naman kami nag-break. Natuluyan mag-break. And then, becoming a mom is the real challenge of everything, of bulk of what I've learned, or yung mga self-discipline, self-help na ginawa ko for myself. Kasi, your kids or becoming a mom will challenge you a lot, especially your patience. Okay, especially your patience. And of course, what you want to give to your kids na gusto mong maging best mom to provide the best for your kid. Now, I'm saying this because kami, yung mga kids namin, a lot of kids, yung mga anak natin, curious sila. Si Titus, wala pang 3 years old, nagsimula na magtanong ng bakit. As in,
stoic kasi.
na ano niya, yung
Nakuha
pangalan
na
niya, no?
niya as a epic scientist.
Kailangan magtanong ng bakit. So, bakit work, mama? Bakit alis? Tapos sasagutin mo na, kailangan ko mag-work because of course, this is what we do, na-enjoy ni mama. And of course, kailangan natin mag-work para magkapera tayo. Ako, di ba? Bakit alis? Bakit work? So, paulit-ulit yan. And then, ba't wash? Bukas wash, Titus, bukas. Ay, kailangan mo mag-wash para malinis ka. Ganito, di dumi. Di naman daw madumi damit niya. Bukas wash, di wash. Bakit wash? Ang daming tanong na i-challenge ka, may gagawin pa tayo, diba? Hindi lang naman maliligo. Naalala nyo, 2 kayo dito. Yung ganon. Or si Marcos, mama, story pa tayo, isa pa. Nag-story na tayo, time na mag-nap. Isa pa, gusto ko talaga. Di ba sinabi ko pagkatapos ng story, matutulog na? Di ba matutulog na tayo? May gagawin pa ako, matulog na kayo. Patience. And daming times naging mimasor pa ako. Favorite nila yun. And di naman ako perfect. I would say na nagagalit ako. We become dinosaurs. Ako, may moments din ako. And dun ko napansin na pag nagagalit ako, ang ganda, no? Pag nagagalit ako, hindi natatakot yung kids ko, si Marcos and Titus. Magtataka sila. Si Titus sabi niya, Mama, ba't galit? Gusto away? Ayaw away? Tatanungin niya na ako. Biglang, kasi alam niya nila yung tono. As in, yung galit ko, biglang, 2 years old, tinatanong ba't daw ako galit sa kanya? Na tama naman, anong sasabihin ko sa kanya?
Sige, explain mo.
Diba? Diba? Even si Marcos, Mama, ayoko, galit ka? Mag-aaway ba tayo? Yung gano'n na, ba't ka nagagalit? Sabi ko, hihinga na ako na parang sabi ko, Marcos, may mga gusto kasing gawin si Mama na hindi ko magawa. Gusto ko na talagang gawin and may kailangan tayo gawin. Ina-explain ko, tinatry ko talaga explain. And ang ganda. Kasi minsan pag nagalit tayo, titigil na sila. Hindi eh. Ngayon na-realize ko, tatanungin nila ako. Magiging curious pa rin sila. And ako, mapapatanong din ako sa sarili ko, ba't ako galit? Tama ba tong pinapakita ko? And as much as marami akong natututunan, silang natututunan sa amin, mas marami akong natututunan sa kanila. So, it's going back na parang, ay, mini Nico, na parang masasabihan ako na, hindi ako dapat ganito kinakausap, sabi nga ni Nico. And going back na, galit ka, mama, gusto away? Ayaw away? Gaganyan siya. Ba't galit? Parang, ayaw ko makipag-away, Titus. I'm sorry, kasi maligo ka na kasi kailangan mo na maligo para matanggal yung germs. Tapos babalik na naman, ay bukas ligo, ay babalik na naman doon. So, I think maraming ganong lessons. Testing your character, your emotion, your patience level. every day, yan, non-stop. But then, sabi nga, marami sila natutunan sa amin, pero I think mas marami akong natututunan sa kanila. Especially, on how I handle my emotions.
Yeah.
So, yun.
Love that. Thank you so much for sharing that. That was very beautiful. I'm sure sobrang daming taong matutuwa na parang, oh my gosh, same patience talaga ang tinuturo sa amin ng mga anak namin. I know for a fact that my mother as well, ganyan din ang experience sa akin, patience din. And for everyone who's just going through it, na they can really relate to what you're sharing. So, thank you so much for sharing that. Now, maybe one of my last questions, just to round this up, is that parang feeling ko kasi sa'yo, sobrang dami mong pwedeng ma-share, sobrang dami mong lessons. But in all of the lessons that you have, if there are 3 lessons that you can pass down to Marcus and Titus, to your children, what would the 3 lessons be?
Nako, dami ko pa naman gusto ikwento pa. Last question na daw. Dami ko pa naman ba kwento?
Kailangan kasama natin si Papa Nix.
Si Papa Nix sa susunod. Ay, mas maraming kwento yun.
Para
Humanda
makuha ko yung
kayo.
POV niya kasi parang isang lang to.
Mas maraming kwento yun.
Gusto ko yun eh. Gusto ko yung parang yung sinabi niyo, oy, ayoko yan na hindi pa nga natin pag-usapan yung relationships eh. Motherhood pa lang to eh. But anyway, sige, go.
Okay, lessons. Hindi ako ready dyan. Pero I think it's more of what we share na lang lagi with Marcus and Titus. So first is, lagi, pag nagagalit sila, hindi naman nagagalit, pero, hindi nagagalit eh, pero mas na-frustrate. For example, first, drive kami sa sakyan. Mahilig sila mag-sound trip. Nako, dati, pagka kami pa lang ni Nico, ang sound trip namin is yung mga oldies but goodies song. Yan, 70s, 80s. I love song, Air Supply. Ngayon, hindi. Ano yung playlist nila? Tatak Pinoy. Mga ganon. Anong kanta yan? O sige, basta SB19. Oh, yun, mga mga ganon. So, napapakinggan ko na rin. So, may nire-request sila. Multo, yan si Titus. Papa, multo. Multo daw. Yung may kanta na ganon si SB19. So, paulit-ulit. Pero minsan kasi nagda-drive siya and hindi niya naman ma-play agad, diba? Yung nandito sa, hindi, delikado, no? So, ano yung mag-frustrate sila? Ba't yung pinaplay mo yung sila? Marcos, wait lang, bakit? Or Titus, wait lang, bakit? Wait lang kayo. And every time, na-frustrate sila, lagi natin babalik, ano nararamdaman mo? Okay? Hindi mo ko nalulungkot, hindi mo pinapalitan. Gusto ko na yung kantang yan. Okay. Number 1, hindi mo ko kontrolado, Marcos. Hindi mo ko kontrolado. So, that's always what we tell them. Hindi mo kontrolado ang ibang tao. Ang kontrolado mo lang yung sarili mo. So, anong gagawin natin, Marcos? Try natin. Mag-wait tayo. Anong nararamdaman mo? Di kantahin mo muna ng sarili. I-wait mo si Papa. In-explain naman niya, madelikado, diba? So, yun ang lesson na lagi. Pag may frustration na brewing, babalik lang kami ulit. Bakit? And then, kontrolado mo ba yan? Hindi. Anong kontrolado mo? Try mo pa, hindi ka niya narinig. Sabihin mo ulit, Papa Nix. Minsan kasi ako rin nag-mediate sa kanya. Papa Nix, paki-play mo to. Hindi ka niya narinig ulit. Papa Nix, laksan mo. So yun. Yun yung unang-una. Hindi niyo kontrolado ang ibang tao.
Wow.
What you can control is yourself, what you think, how you react, your emotions. Natamaan ka ng kapatid mo. Kontrolado mo ba siya? Hindi. Ang kontrolado mo, anong reaction mo? May ganyan na sa siblings eh. Minsan pag bago lang, mag-aaway sila. Pero ngayon, I'm very, very happy when I see Marcus na minsan, syempre, 2 years old, hindi niya sinasadya, maapakan yung buhok, ang sakit nga naman. Nung minsan, naghihintay kami sa doktor. Nakahiga si Marcus, walang energy. Si Titus, hinihila yung ulo, hindi ko alam. Biglang, ang nakita ko lang, hinila ni Marcus yung buhok ni Titus. Umiyak siya. Sabi ko, ano nangyari? Hinihila niya yung buhok. Titus, ba't hinihila mo yung buhok niya? Gusto hila buhok. Nagigets mo yung mga ganon. Wait lang. Okay, halika. Eto na yung next ko. O gusto mo ba hilain? Nag-e-enjoy ka. Oo. Bakit mo gusto? Gusto. Second is, hindi mo kontrol yung iba, always, don't invalidate, no? Huwag ka mag-invalidate ng emotions ng iba. Always recognize or empathize, is that the term, no? The emotions of others. So that's what we try to do with the kids. So for example, katabi ko yan, ang dami ko example.
Go.
No? Tulog kami ni Marcos and isang umaga, nagising siya, very sad siya, naluluha siya. And at that time, umalis yung isa niyang yaya, si Yaya May. Sabi ko, Marcus, alam ko naman, nalulungkot ka pa rin ba? Oo. Tapos nakagano na siya. Usually, maglalaro na yan for a kid. Wala man siyang sakit. Ba't ka nalulungkot? Namimiss mo ba si Yaya May? Oo. Gusto mo umiyak? Tapos iyak siya. Halika. Okay lang umiyak. Halika. Kung gusto mo iyak, hug kita. Halika. Iyak siya. So, ang lesson is, wag natin, kami, always empathize. You validate yung feeling. Minsan, nasasabi ko, even si Nicole, re-remind nila ako na, wag mo invalidate. Kung ayoko yung food. Ay, niluto ko yan. Siyempre, ma-hurt ako. Hindi kakainin. Wait, bago mo sabing niluto mo yan, sabihin mo muna, ayaw mo ba yung food kasi gusto mo ibang pagkain? Ano ba yung mga food na gusto mo? So, always empathize, no? I-validate yung feelings ng ibang tao because that's how you start building yung good relationship with iba. That's how you start learning how to listen to them, to empathize, and mag-build ng relationship sa ibang tao. Kaya dun back to dun sa nagsasabunutan sila. Kahit na nasa pedia kami, ang daming tao dun, nag-iiyakan. Gusto mo umiyak? O sige, gusto mo siya Nako, Titus. Masakit kasi yun pero alam ko na-enjoy mo. Tingnan mo, hilain mo. Diba? Yung buhok ni mama. Try nating pa rin. Food training. Gusto niya ng miso soup. Ay, naku. Sabi, isang food training namin, no? Mama, gusto ko ng miso soup. Ayoko yung pagkain.
So hindi pala pwede yung, hindi ka alis dyan hanggat di mo maubos yan. Which is yung training na sa mga older generations, ganun Alam mo yung hindi, malamig na yung pagkain tapos umiiyak na yung bata.
Relate?
Di ka alis dyan, ha? Ganun. Hindi, you empathize with them.
Pero pero alam mo, valid, because I grew up in a household na merong pamalo. Meron yan, no? Nanay ko, hindi susunod, ayaw kainin, tignan nyo to. Kahoy, ano nakasulat? Pamalo. Nababasa niyan? Pamalo. So I grew up in that kind of household then. And I'm not saying it's right or wrong. It depends on the belief, no? So for us, yung food training nga ng miso soup, dyan nag-start yan. Kakain kami. Gusto ko ng miso soup. Ay, bakit gusto mo ng miso soup? Masarap daw yung miso soup ko. Favorite daw niya. Masarap yung miso soup ko. Sige, bigay natin yung miso soup. Pero we have to set boundaries. So what happened is, sige Marcos, if ayaw mo yung food ngayon, okay lang. Pwede kitang bigyan ng miso soup mamaya. Dinner time. Pero ngayon, ito yung naka-helpful food. What happened? In the end, iyak siya ng iyak. 30 minutes. Mahirap pa. 30 minutes. Inaano lang hanggang nakatulog siya, etc. Tapos pagising niya, dinner time na, may miso soup siya. At least alam niya na you can request but you don't get to eat it now. Kasi kung ano nakapag, yun yung hapag. Pero pwede kayo mag-request kung meron sa ref So, hanggang ngayon, nung one time si Nicole, ayaw niya yung pancake na pagkain. Humingi siya na ibang pagkain. Binigyan ko ng tirang corned beef tsaka kanin. Nakita ni Marcus, ba't iba yung food ni Papa? Marcus, di ko gusto yung pancake. Ayaw niya daw, masyado matamis for breakfast, for morning food. Papa, dapat kainin mo yung hapag food. Wala. Nabalik yung kanin niya. Binigay ko yung pancake niya. Diba?
Una reverse card.
So, nakakatuwa. Yun yung mga isang empathize. Hindi na siya empathy, no? Pero anyway, validating yung emotions of our kids, of other people. More than 3 na tayo.
Dalawa pa lang.
Dalawa pa lang. Sige. Ano pa ba? Lastly would be, ito, something na nag-pop lang sa mind ko. Ah, something na nag-pop sa mind ko is when you nagbabattle ako sa dalawa, pero isa is when you talk to other people, you look at them in the eyes. It's very difficult. Ngayon, di ako masyadong nakatingin kasi nag-iisip talaga ako, pero
Yeah,
as much as
yeah,
possible,
yeah, yeah.
look at them in the eyes. Tapos, as a kid kasi, isa sa binibuild namin sa kanila is matuto sila to talk to adults. Hindi lang kami, pero sa iba. So, pag sa restaurant, ikaw mag-order ng food mo. Tawagin mo yung waiter, tulungan mo. Okay, sabihin mo, waiter.
Oh my gosh.
Waiter, tataas talaga niya yung
Mga
kamay
kapatid
niya.
ko mag 23 years old na ayaw pa rin magtumawag ng waiter. Kaya nahihiya pa din.
Pero even ako, parang
Yeah.
recent lang din ako natuto.
It's just a good practice. Yeah.
Na-
As a young kid pa lang, parang ma-practice na yan. But yeah, sige, go ahead.
So, tinatry namin, taas mo yung kamay mo, sabihin mo, help mo ko, isa. Kahit ulitin lang niya yung sinasabi ko, basta ulitin niya.
Mm.
Basta ulitin niya, and then eventually, tingin ka na sa mata niya. Step by step. Until ngayon, hello po, waiter. Or minsan walang po, kasi di kami sanay nagpo-po. Hello, waiter. But in a nice tone. Isang ramen, please. Dahil ako magpa-thank you. Minsan nakakalimutan, magpa-thank you ka, thank you. Gaganyan siya. So, yun, I think communicating to others, whether they are younger than you, ka-age mo, older than you, in a way that is respectful pa rin, pero
Yeah.
the capacity to talk to them,
Mm.
to have that confidence. It's difficult. Di naman lagi. Minsan, nahihiya ako, ganito. Pero I try to help them. Kasi even ako, nahihiya ako mag-approach, di ba? Tayo ng someone we look up to, mas matanda sa atin, yung ganon. So, yun tinatry namin. So, si Titus, nung isang araw, nasa coffee shop kami. So, nag-grocery kami. Meron kami, anong tawag doon sa may mga bullets? Maglalagay kang coin. Sa gacha, yung mga ganon. Sa Japan, iba gacha. Lagay ko siya. Tapos may nakita siya sa coffee shop. Punta siya, walang laman. Mama, ba't bula? Ba't bula? Ay, hindi ko alam. Tanungin mo dun sa waiter. Tapos tinanong niya, Hi, ba't bula dun? Sabi niya, maliit siya. Tapos yung counter taas. Tapos di siya pinansin. Tapos tumingin siya sa akin, tanungin mo ulit. Sabi mo, hello, laksan mo, hindi ka hello, bula. Tapos tinignan ako ng waiter. Sabi niya, sabi tatanong niya, sabi ko, sabi niya, wala yan, sira. Tapos sabi ko, sira. Tapos balik siya sa akin, sira. Tapos sabi niya, bakit sira? Sabi niya gano'n. Sabi niya, di ko alam eh. Ay, kuya, bakit sira? Tanong mo, ba't sira? Yung mechanism daw sa loob, hindi gumagana. Sabi niya, sayang. Sabi niya, iba bata, kuwadami. Titus, sabi niya. So, ang cute lang na kaya niya i-communicate.
Yeah.
Pero, nung una naming pinakausap siya sa waiter niyan, kasi it's the same coffee shop, nahihiya siya.
Mm.
Ayaw, papa na lang. Tapos tutulungan mo. So, I think, yun yung third is to have a confidence to speak up your mind, to ask questions.
Yeah.
Some people will not understand, will not take you seriously. A lot of people, like, may sinabihan si Marcos, ang kulit daw niya, ang dami yung tanong. Pero pag uwi niya, sinabihan ko, Marcos, hindi ka makulit. Curious ka. So we're reframing things na you're curious. Keep on asking. Pag may tanong siya, hindi ko alam, ChatGPT, why is there a rainbow? Ay, Tagalog, bakit may rainbow? Hindi mo maintindihan. ChatGPT, paki-explain kung kausap mo si Marcos, isang 5 years old. Ganyan. Ganun ang, pormahan namin ngayon. But as much as possible, we answer them and respond to them seriously. Minsan natatawa ka na,
Yeah.
pero you treat them as adults. You
Ah,
respect them. So, yun.
It's so nice. Thank you so much. That was a handful. Game na. Ready na tayo mag-anak, Jos. Ready na.
Oy!
Ready na. A-apply natin lahat ng mga shinare ni Prax today. But yeah, thank you again. I really appreciate this time with you. Still have a lot of questions, but we're bitin na tayo sa oras. But I would love to have you again, of course. Sama natin si Nicole.
Papa Nix,
Papa Nix,
yeah.
para marami din tayo. Because the thing is, I think we're at the point right now where my friends are like getting into these kinds of conversations na rin. So parang really, really helpful stuff. I'm gonna share it with them. So, yeah. But maybe just to close this, final question. It's like if there are people who are getting into parenting in their first time, what's your best piece of advice for them?
Ako lagi kong sinasabi, for parents, no? For parents na, or soon to be parent, I think two ways eh. Ako like, parent na ako, matagal na ako. I always still question myself, am I doing enough? Tama ba yung ginawa ko? Parang feeling ko minsan nakaka-guilty. Iwan ko sila, umiiyak, pero kailangan ko umalis for work, or minsan nakausap ko sila ng hindi tama. Pero, alam nyo, wherever you are in your parenting journey, you're doing really good sa mga parents out there. Kasi kanya-kanya tayong journey. Hindi natin ma-compare ang isang bata sa iba, ang parenting ng isang household sa ibang household. But like me, what I share is our philosophies, and if it resonates with them, I'm very, very happy they can do it. If it doesn't resonate with them, okay lang din. Kasi marami din, kanya-kanya tayong diskarte. So, wherever you are, mommies and daddies, you're doing a great job. Kasi lahat tayo gustong maging perfect parent. But as we all know, being a parent is a continuous process. Okay? Now, for those who are going to become parents soon, naalala ko, tinanong kay Nico, ay, meron pala kami. Nung nagpakasal kami, gumawa siya ng, hilig talaga gumawa ng video ni Nicole. Kailan mo nalaman that she's the one? Sabi niya, nung nag-propose siya. Hindi ko alam yung video niya, napanood ko na lang dun sa wedding day itself. Sabi niya, hindi niya alam, pero it's a leap that we take. It's a decision we make. It's a commitment we decide, we take on. No? So, I say, I think, same as with marriage. Nung nagpakasal kami, we vowed that we're in this together. We don't know what the future holds for us. Pero what we're deciding is, we are committing ourselves na mahirap man o hindi, we're in this together.
Yeah.
It's a commitment. And I think becoming a parent is the same. If you become a parent, di mo naman mapaplano talaga eh. Pero it's a commitment. If you're committed that you're going to learn, you're open to fail, there's always failure, and to learn from it. And may support ka ng partner mo or your family. Very, very important. Your family. Siyempre, hindi naman yung family, but I think the partner, no?
Yeah.
And more than the partner, ikaw mismo. Are you ready? Because, ang ganda lang, minsan, naha-guilty din kasi gusto ko ng me time, no? Lagi kong kasama yung kids. Pupunta ako ng yoga, iiwan mo sila, mama, ba't mag-yoga ka or aalis ka, ba't mag-work ka? Pero minsan kailangan mo yun eh. So, babalik ako na you have to be committed na buo sa sarili mo. Kasi dadating yung panahon that it will be very difficult. And you have to go back on that decision. Bakit ko ginawa to? Because it's a decision I made. It's a commitment I chose. I may not be ready now, but I'm willing to learn.
Yeah. Thank you so much. That was very amazing. That was so heartfelt. And I really felt na galing talaga sa puso lahat ng sinishare mo and galing sa experiences and wisdom. So, Prax, thank you so much. I really appreciate this. And I know for a fact that the people who are watching right now got a lot of golden nuggets, and please let Prax know sa mga principles na nag-resonate sa inyo. I'll be writing down sa description natin lahat ng Instagram and links and all the places that you can find Prax and her content. So if you are interested to learning more, to just see the day-to-day life, para makita nyo kung paano sila ni Marcos and ni Titus, panoorin nyo lahat ng content. Super entertaining but super educating as well. So go ahead, check them out down below. And again, Prax, thank you so much. I really appreciate you being here. Yeah.
Thank you, Alec. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, so and again, thank you guys for being here, for staying with us for the whole episode. And if you like this, please share it sa social media nyo. Go ahead and tag us at Praxiap
Yes.
and at Alec Cuenca. Make sure you also tag at Small Talk Podcast if you've watched this. If you're on YouTube, give us a subscribe. We're trying to grow on YouTube as well. If you're on Spotify, click that follow button and just share this to as many people as you can. We're growing, or the podcast is really growing because of you guys. So, really, really appreciate you guys as well. So, again, maraming salamat. My name is Alec Cuenca. This is Small Talk, small conversations with huge impact. See you guys next episode. Peace.